The Earth Dragon Balls. The journey starts with the Earth Dragon Balls, those familiar orange orbs about 3 inches across, marked with 1 to 7 stars. Originally crafted by Kami, they were later upgraded by Dende. When gathered, they summon Shenron, the Eternal Dragon, who can grant almost any wish. However, his power has limits. He can't induce love, grant a power-up far beyond current limits, repeat a previous wish, locate balls in another universe, or surpass his creator's power. Yet the range of possible wishes is vast, from youth and immortality to restoring entire planets or forests, even granting absurd requests like a pair of panties. A common request is bringing someone back to life, but with strict rules. A person can only be revived once, and they cannot have died of natural causes. While Shenron can revive multiple people at once, they must have been dead for under a year. Note that this 1-year limit only applies to group revivals, as Frieza was revived long after the deadline, proving individual resurrections aren't time-bound. When revived, a person reappears at their place of death, their body instantly restored to its pre-death state. Shenron's other major constraint: he can't defeat anyone stronger than his creator. Early villains like Emperor Pilaf would have been easy targets, but as the series progressed, most antagonists quickly outclassed Kami, rendering that wish useless. Shenron typically grants the first wish he hears, though he's shown flexibility. For example, when Bulma wished for her friends killed by Piccolo to be revived, Yamcha successfully expanded it to all the victims of Piccolo because everyone present agreed to the change. After a wish is granted, the Earth Dragon Balls transform into inert stones and scatter randomly across the globe. They lie inactive for 1 year before they can be used again. The Dragon Balls haven't always been available. King Piccolo once killed Shenron, but Kami eventually brought him back. Later, when Piccolo and Kami fused during the Cell Saga, the balls became unusable until Dende took over as Earth's new guardian. Dende's upgrade allowed for 3 wishes, or 2 if a single wish revives multiple people. And you could even save leftover wishes for later. But here's the major secret. Overuse has massive consequences. Each wish generates negative energy, which normally dissipates when the balls scatter, but when the balls are used too quickly, they crack, and all that negative energy is violently unleashed. This catastrophic event occurs in Dragon Ball GT, where the cracked balls release Black Smoke Shenron, who spawns the 7 Shadow Dragons. These terrifying foes highlight the danger of relying too much on the dragons, with each Shadow Dragon being the embodiment of a major wish from the series. For instance, the final strongest enemy, Sin Shenron, was formed from the immense wish that resurrected all Namekians killed by Frieza during the classic Frieza arc. The sheer scale of that negative energy made Sin one of the strongest enemies in the entire saga. The Namekian Dragon Balls. The Namekian Dragon Balls are vastly different. They're the size of basketballs and summon Porunga, a dragon created by Great Elder Guru. Porunga initially grants 3 wishes, more than Shenron, and they only become inactive for 1 Namekian year, which is roughly 130 Earth days. However, there was a snag. Porunga could originally revive only 1 person per wish, unlike Shenron, who could restore entire populations. Furthermore, using them requires more effort, a special password, and all wishes must be spoken in the Namekian language, often requiring a translator like Dende. A huge advantage, though, is that Porunga can revive the same person multiple times, something the Earth Dragon Balls couldn't do until Dragon Ball GT. Another key difference: the Namekian Dragon Balls don't scatter after use. Once they turn back to stone, they're ready for reuse as soon as they reactivate. Before Guru died during the Frieza saga, he passed the Elder position to Muri to keep the balls active. After settling on New Namek, the Namekians upgraded their Dragon Balls, allowing Porunga to revive multiple people in a single wish. A change inspired by the Frieza crisis, where the 1 revival limit proved insufficient. Interestingly, in the Kid Buu saga, Porunga demonstrated unexpected flexibility, granting a wish in a common language rather than Namekian when Dende wished to restore Earth, revive everyone killed by Buu, and restore Goku's strength. The Black Star Dragon Balls, introduced in Dragon Ball GT, presents a unique and dangerous twist. They look similar to the Earth set, but have black stars. They were created by the original nameless Namekian before he split into Kami and King Piccolo. Since this Namekian wasn't purely good and was much stronger, the Black Star Dragon Balls summon Ultimate Shenron, a super powerful dragon with far fewer restrictions, even capable of granting wishes like outright killing someone. This incredible power comes with two massive downsides. First, the balls scatter across the entire galaxy, not just the planet, making retrieval exponentially harder. Second, and most catastrophically, the planet where the wish is made will explode in 1 year unless the balls are returned to it. Unlike the Earth or Namekian sets, the Black Star balls do not turn to stone, meaning they can be used immediately after collection. Emperor Pilaf accidentally used them to revert Goku back into a child, sparking a galaxy-wide race to collect them. Later, Baby used them to restore planet Tuffle. When the danger of Earth's explosion became imminent, Piccolo made the ultimate sacrifice, staying behind as Earth exploded to ensure the Black Star Dragon Balls were destroyed for good. The Super Dragon Balls provide the ultimate answer to how the various Namekian Dragon Balls were created, by simply shaving tiny pieces off of them. Created by the dragon god Zalama, these are literally planet-sized orbs. Champa even calls them planet wishes. The Super Dragon Balls have essentially no limits when it comes to granting wishes. You can ask for anything your heart desires. To summon Super Shenron, the dragon of the gods, you must utter the magic words, "Come forth, dragon of the gods, and grant my wish, pretty please," in the divine language. Super Shenron is so colossal he can contain entire universes within his body, though he can shrink for conversation. Once used, the Super Dragon Balls scatter across Universe 6 and 7 and remain inactive for 1 year. These balls have been used to restore Universe 6's Earth, allow Zamasu to swap bodies with Goku to create Goku Black, and, most powerfully, by Android 17 to restore all universes erased by the Omni Kings during the tournament. This makes them, hands down, the most overpowered set in the franchise, and explains why the Earth and Namekian versions are much weaker. They're only fragments of these god-tier orbs. The Cerillian Dragon Balls, bucking the trend of getting bigger, are as small as marbles. Made by the Namekians on planet Cereal, there are only 2 to collect instead of the usual 7. They have black stars, like the Black Star set, and summon a small, polite dragon named Toronbo. Toronbo is unique. He acts as a counselor. He will discuss the consequences of a wish and even suggest alternatives. But if the wisher is absolutely set on their desire, he grants it. They are one of the few sets that can significantly boost a person's strength. Some wishes, however, come with a heavy cost, such as sacrificing a portion of the recipient's remaining lifespan. Like the Black Star set, they do not turn to stone and can be used immediately after collecting. The Namekian who created these balls gave them to Monaido for safekeeping before the Namekians and Cerillians were nearly wiped out by the Saiyans. Monaido once collected them, intending to wish Bardock back to planet Vegeta, but after Bardock refused, Monaido instead wished for Bardock's sons to thrive for the next 40 years. The 2-star ball was lost, while Monaido kept the 1-star. Granola eventually stole both balls, summoned Toronbo, and wished to become the strongest warrior in his universe, which cost him 50 years of his lifespan. The ensuing conflict saw the Heaters use Bulma's Dragon Ball radar to track them down, wishing for Gas to surpass Granola in power, in exchange for Gas's remaining lifespan. To prevent further trouble, Monaido ultimately decided to seal the Cerillian Dragon Balls away for good. Demon Realm Dragon Balls. The Demon Realm Dragon Balls are the original set created by Namekians that originated in the Demon Realm. Though not as large as the Super Dragon Balls, they are bigger than the Namekian ones. There are only 3 to find, but each is guarded by a Tagami, insanely powerful warriors created by the Demon Realm Namekian Neva. These Tagami are so formidable that they've kept the balls out of everyone's hands, hinting they might be stronger than even the former Demon King Dabura. Goku and Vegeta, along with their allies, successfully overcome these guardians to secure the 3 Dragon Balls. The final confrontation then begins against the Demon Realm King Goma, who has become incredibly powerful by utilizing the mystical third eye. Observing Goma's augmented strength and the desperation of the battle, their ally Glorio quickly gathers all 3 Dragon Balls and performs the summoning ritual. From the collected balls emerges a giant red-colored eternal dragon, commonly referred to as Demon Realm Porunga. Glorio uses the opportunity to make the critical wish that Goku and his friends be returned to their original adult forms. The dragon instantly grants his wish, and Goku and his allies revert to their true selves. Now restored to their full power, they defeat Goma and return safely to their home planet. Special Dragon Balls. Super Dragon Ball Heroes introduces the non-canonical Special Dragon Balls. Functioning like the Earth set and summoning Shenron, they are not treasures, but rather keys to escape the Prison Planet, a cluster of chained-together worlds created by Fu. Each of the 7 balls is held by a different prisoner. Though the Time Patrol eventually escapes without them, relying on their own strength to break the seal, the Special Dragon Balls are later used to free everyone and restore the planets. Omnificent Crystal Dragon Ball. The game Dragon Ball Legends gives us another layer of backstory. All Dragon Balls ultimately trace back to the Omnificent Crystal, a prototype Zalama created. This golden, transparent sphere, with rotating blue and white and black and red crystals in a yin-yang pattern, can also grant any wish, but unlike the Super Dragon Balls, it doesn't need to charge up as long as it has energy. The crystal's immense power was a huge problem when the villain Zaha took control of it during the Tournament of Time, using it to nullify Beerus's Hakai and erase key detection.